Okay, so I've already primed my eye with Urban Decay's Primer Potion, and I put my tape there. A lot of people have been asking what the tape is for. Just a really easy way of doing that little cat eye. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to get my Great Pigment, and this is a Pro Pigment, that's why you can't find it on the MAC website. And I got it from a site called Spectra.net. Like, people give out samples, so I went ahead and bought a bunch of those. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use a brush when I'm doing this right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my fingers, and I put Fix Plus spray on my finger, and just a little bit, and I'm dipping it into the Great Pigment. And I'm going to get about that much. And I'm going to put it on the lid. And to me, blending is about like how much pressure you apply. And it's kind of like smudging to me. Like, that's how I look at it. I smudge a lot. That's pretty much how I blend. And I'm going to get a little more, but this time I'm not going to use the Fix Plus spray. Just going to put it on there dry. And I use the Fix Plus spray because you get really good color payoff. I used to use like Visine or just water, and that works fine if you don't have any Fix Plus spray from MAC. What I'm going to do is, it's pretty much like blended or smudged out right now, but I'm just going to show you what I would do like if it was a really harsh line. You just go in there where the color stops. You can use a brush or use your finger and just kind of smudge it. And I'm not using too much pressure. Now what I'm going to do is take just a regular like shader brush and my Beauty Marked, which is like a black with like red sparkle to it. And I'm just going to pat that on. And then I'm going to use like a windshield wiper motion. And then bring it up. And as I go up, I use a lighter hand. And now what I'm going to do is take the Milani Wild Violets Glide. And I'm going to use this color right over here. And I'm using my finger. And just apply it where that line ends. It's just, for me, it's easier to blend my highlight into this color rather than a really dark color. You see how, like, as I go, I don't use like really harsh lines. Like, I try and blend as much as possible as I'm going. I don't wait till like the very end to blend. And now what I'm going to do is take the flat shader brush again, and I'm going to use a red. In the video it kind of looks orange, but in person it's like almost like a blue red. But you could use like a really dark pink. If you have bright fuchsia pigment from MAC, you could use that. Or Passionate eyeshadow from MAC, you could use that as well. And this stuff is really pigmented. Like, you don't have to use a lot of it at all. And the reason why I'm using this is it gives like the purple a really, really cool color. It's not just purple, it's like a pinkish purple. And I'm going to pat that on there too. You see how it changed that color? It's really, really cool. I love this stuff. And if you use it on black, it's really cool too. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another like flat shader brush. This is from Low Cornell. And I'm going to kind of get it a little damp with the Fix Plus spray. And I'm going to get my Exciting pigment from L'Oreal. And what I'm going to do is there's a little bit of pigment in the top. I'm just going to get my Fix Plus spray and spray it on the top. Just a little bit. I don't know if you can tell how much I used. Just a little bit. Just to get kind of like a paste going on in there. You probably can't see it on the brush because the brush is white. But I'm just going to pat it right under my brow bone. Or right under my eyebrows. And then as I seep into the other color, I'm using a light hand. It's really, really, really easy to blend. It's not hard at all. And if you don't get it right, you can always wash it off and do it again. And now what I'm going to do is, I don't know how, this is how you pronounce it, but I think Kitschmas pigment. I'm not sure. But I'm going to take this, I'm going to use my finger with this as well, because if you use a brush it tends to be really glittery and it falls everywhere. So I just use my finger. And I'm going to apply that right over the L'Oreal pigment. And I'm going to steep into the purple. But blending, sometimes, you know, it's kind of about like how much pressure you apply and like overlapping colors and just like smudging them. If you can think of it like that, it's easy for me to blend if I think of it like that, rather than trying to blend colors together, you know. Just think of it as overlapping colors and then smudging them. So if that makes any sense whatsoever. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my flat brush again, the like regular eyeshadow brush, not my highlighting brush, and I'm going to get my beauty marked on there again, and I'm going to pat some more on there. Blend up and out. And that's it. Then you can... Alright, so I lined my waterline, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my angled brush. Just get it kind of damp. Don't get it too wet. And then I'm going to get my grape pigment. And just dip the brush in there. Then I'm going to use that light color from the Milani Quad, that purple, and I'm going to put that right over the grape pigment. And then I'm going to kind of smudge with my finger. But that is basically how you do this look, and that's my way of blending. Just apply your mascara and your eyebrows and everything else and you're good to go.